With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Seattle. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. At their own 26-yard line. Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Murray now to throw. Now a quick throw there is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Benson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's 4th down. Going for it. Here's Benson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Play fake. Murray. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 4th down and now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They're going for it. It's Murray. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Sam. Ken Walker, 51 yards. And the Seahawks will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Cardinals 0. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So a solid return to the 50.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Big ass open, big ass open.
Here's Murray from midfield. Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To throw is Murray. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
How about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here's Murray. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the football, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
That's one. Easy. Omaha. What you got? Omaha. Big ace. Hey, shit.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. Has it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. He's to the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. You talk about this Seahawk defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker with a 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I'll overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
I have to admit I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, get the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Benson. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Omaha. 2-2. Omaha. Hurry. Hey.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And now the ball's out, followed near midfield. And the Seahawks, there he goes, right side. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how frequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you are inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
Cardinals, nothing. The kickoff for Seattle.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. There's the stiff arm. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He'll get this to counter underneath. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
That's one.
At the 27-yard line.
Omaha.
Shotgun now from Murray. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. And he completes it to Wilson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Connor. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Gain of 6. That's good for a Cardinals.
From the gun, Murray. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Murray going to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Nicky Manwari. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On play action, they'll throw. That's for the Notre Dame man, Michael Mayer. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Michael Mayer, 40 yards. And the Seahawks are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes this 35-0 now.
Cardinals nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Murray. Catch made right side by Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down.
when you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Number 14, Wilson. Out of bounds, just past midfield.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second and a couple. Here's Murray. Got it complete to James Conner. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Murray now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Murray to air it out again. Out to the right here to Wilson. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Murray now to throw. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Touchdown, Arizona.
An 18-yard touchdown, Brown. And the Cards are able to at least get one score back. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Cardinals 7.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final game.
Down the sideline he goes. And down to the 27-yard line. Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors.
Cowboy 80. 60. Kill. 79 Bronco. Warrior 70. Take go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And complete to Smith and Jigba. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go. Shot. Mike.
They'll drop the throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be.
2nd and 10.
Ready? Wrap up. 60, 75.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Walter Nolan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
19 light. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Will Johnson. And the Cardinals are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
To throw is Murray. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
On the hole. What you got? Easy. Shift.
Here's Murray. Then he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. He'll try and do this himself. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. CD, that's the 2nd time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
Big Ace open. Hey. 2-2, what?
Murray and company going for it on 4th. Pressure gets there, and he goes down. Now, there's also a flag, but this might be on the offense anyway. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 18, come. 19, 18.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 9-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Cards are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. After the turnover, here's Murray. Going up top. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
A final shot before half from Murray. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer to reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. They're going to look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Cowboy 80. Paper 60.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Looking to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
Viking, 18. Watch out. Viking.
Back to throw. And this will be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass.
Panther 60. Panther 60. 70 Lions.
They'll set up to throw. Right side, he finds his receiver, Horton. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. 60 Eagles. Right here.
Are you kidding me? What was that? Are you kidding me?
79 Broncos.
Terrible. Awful. Seriously.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 19 Titan. 19 Titan. Go.
They'll look to throw here. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
1st and goal up the 3-yard line.
Come on. Ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The score is Seahawks 42, Cardinals 7.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Empty. Big Ace open. 2-2.
Murray going to throw. And on the left side here, Wilson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Hey. Shit.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, here's Murray. With a shuffle pass, and it's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll be 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
They're going for it. It's Murray. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Arizona.
What you got? Oh, what? Hey, 2-2. Hot. 2-2.
Murray to air it out again. That's complete to McBride. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona 1st.
Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touchdown.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. They'll empty the backfield. A 5-receiver set on 2nd and 3.
2-2. Hey. 2-2. Omaha.
Throwing now is Murray. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. But it's not going to work. He'll go down. They got him. Leonard Williams in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Murray now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Shit. Easy, Cuervo.
From the gun, Murray. He'll try and do this himself. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the 1st down and then slides to the ground. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Shotgun now from Murray. And he'll go down. Right down at the 20-yard line. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now Murray. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Murray now. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Ball. 2. Big X open. Green. Easy.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
One more. Hey. One more. Hey, hold on. Big Ace. 2.
There's Murray. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing.
Let's go now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Ready.
On the give, here's Charbonnet.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
10 more there and another 1st down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings, the things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Ready, break! Take! Cowboy 80!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Smith-Njigba with the grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith-Njigba with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Seahawks stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
To kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. Here's Murray. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Sure. Coach. Deuce. I learned. Omaha.
To throw, it's Murray. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Boye Mafe dropping him for the second straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on third down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 32.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Viking 18.
And this is incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The first-round pick looking comfortable in this offense. First down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
I know that every now and then we get those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, +3.
Down the left sideline. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until it popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
To throw is Murray. Going right back to Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That's good for the Cardinals. First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Hey, Ace. Two.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Point after, right down the middle. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Seahawks looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Seahawks who were victorious in that one. So they now look for the sweep here back home in Seattle. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down.
Here we go, set. 60 by 19, 18. 19 Lions. Ready?
He'll look to throw. It's caught. Tolbert. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Jalen Tolbert.
60 by
4-yard gain. It's fourth down.
He'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
The kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Murray, one final try. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance.